Naming your nonprofit? Here's a truth bomb. A forgettable nonprofit name could cost you supporters, but the right nonprofit name, it can spark action, inspire belief, and make your movement magnetic. And in this video, you'll learn how to name your nonprofit using a 4-part framework and how to avoid both common and cringeworthy naming mistakes that cause self-doubt and stall momentum. And I'll share my own well-meaning but costly error on this so you don't do the same. So let's go. Hey, it's Christian with Instant Nonprofit, and you're here because you want to make an impact. And believe it or not, the first big step in doing that is creating a nonprofit name that truly means something to you, your cause, and the people that you want to reach. I've seen thousands of nonprofits come through our doors, and one pattern is clear. Founders who get this part right launch faster, raise more, and stick with it longer. So grab your worksheet linked below and let's get to work, because your nonprofit name isn't just a label, it's your launch pad. Let's go to step 1, ideation. AKA the brain dump. Stuck on a nonprofit name? Let's crack that coconut and let the good ideas flow out. You're going to start by writing down everything, every name that you can think of, no judgment, no filters, and create a creative runway. Grab a pen, grab your naming worksheet, and go wild. Try for 25 name combinations or more. Use a thesaurus. Play with words. Try some rhymes, metaphors, and rhythm. Examples: creature teacher for an animal trainer, or Denver Digs for Dignity for a homeless mission. Don't overthink, just let it rip. Then you're going to walk away. Your subconscious will keep working. And no doubt you'll think of a couple of more in the shower or the second you wake up. But this brain dump is critical. And even though you might have a name that you think you like, it's a great idea to go ahead and play with a number of different names. In step 2, you'll refine with what I call the memes formula. What makes a nonprofit name unforgettable? We're going to use these 5 core naming principles. First is memorable. Not too cute, just sticky and easy to remember. My company used to be called Yippee-Ki-Yay. That's cool, but a little confusing. And it's not easy to spell, which brings us to E, easy. It needs to be simple to say and spell. And that's why we became Instant Nonprofit. The M is for mental pictures and emotional connection. It evokes what you do and brings word pictures to people's minds, inspires hope. Think Make-A-Wish or Feeding America. S is for suitability. You want to avoid what I call the Nova effect. You want to avoid names that flop culturally or form bad acronyms. In step 3, you'll create a focus group. Want honest input on your nonprofit name? You want to skip the polite lies by asking for feedback the right way. You want to ask a few people you trust, family, friends, advisors. But don't ask if they like it. Of course they're going to say yes. You want to ask them to close their eyes and say, tell me the first thing that comes to mind. This way you'll get gut reactions. This is how you get the gold. Then a simple word swap or some insight that might come from what they tell you may unlock your winner. This is like tuning a guitar. You might just be 1/2 note off from a name that sings. And when it clicks, you'll feel it like a car finally catching second gear. Need support choosing the final version or filing with confidence? Grab your list of finalists and head over to InstantNonprofit.com to book a free strategy session with one of our specialists, and we'll talk about it. All right, now that we're cooking here, let's move on to step 4, the conflict check. If you have your nonprofit dream name, let's make sure that it's actually yours now. You want to check Google and see if anyone else is already using it. You can also check the Secretary of State website and see, is it available in my state? And third, you want to check the domain name. Can you grab that website URL? Now remember, while .org sends a great signal that this is in fact a nonprofit, there are so many domain extensions available now, and it has become way more acceptable to use others besides .com and .org. And you can also add a modifier like project, institute, academy, or foundation after the name that you like if that name is already being used. But either way, don't give up too soon on a name that feels right to you. This step is like checking your flight path before takeoff. The last thing you want to do is build momentum only to find out someone else owns your runway. So pro tip, do all 3, protect your name and protect your mission. If you found this helpful and you're ready to go from idea to IRS-approved nonprofit, visit InstantNonprofit.com or check the link below and let's take care of the red tape for you. And if you want more quick wins to build your nonprofit the smart way, check out our next video on how to write a compelling mission statement that stops the scroll, captures attention, and invites potential donors and supporters to join you on your nonprofit journey. You've got the fire, we've got the frameworks. Let's launch this.